In this video, we try to install the new ABC pump. We forget vital parts. I show you how to bleed the system. And we attempt a first start. If you watch my latest video, we attempted to replace the ABC pump on this CL65 AMG and realized it is a lot of work needed. The video also ended abrupt with the wrong replacement part. Now we receive hopefully the correct one and we can proceed. Let's continue. Let's kick things off with a beautiful table full of shiny new parts. I swear, I love ordering new car parts. It's like Christmas morning, but for grown-ups. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I'll share my tips, tricks and a few traps I accidentally stepped into while filming this. Let's make sure we've got the right part this time. Yes, it looks like that. According to the workshop manual, installing the new pump is as simple as reverse removal. As you'll see, that's, let's just say, a bit of an oversimplification. First, when it comes to prepare the new pump, if you install a refurbished one, in many cases you'll need to transfer some bolts and fittings to make it work. Also, a tip is to clean the mating surfaces and remove any paint from the pulley area. It will save you time and trouble later on.
I think it should be good.
First things first, time for some cleaning.
Looks a lot better.
Time to slide the new pump into place.
Yes, like this. Now it's in place, I think. Yes. 20 Newton meter.
Torque it down to spec.
Click. And I went to Mercedes and bought a new bolt, and they gave me this one, so we will hope it fits. I think it should. Looks the same thread size and everything. We were so focused on getting that bolt back on the back of the pump, so stupid we forgot to put back the ground cable that should go on the bolt. So yeah, learning by doing. Second try.
Yes, more cleaning. Giving old parts a scrub is oddly satisfying and it makes reassembly feel great. I just use some degreaser and hot water, then let everything air dry. Reinstall the low pressure power steering hose. Note, my pump had some debris inside the protective caps. Probably harmless paint residue, but I cleaned it out with a paper towel and some fluid just to be safe.
Det är bra.
New O-rings. Don't forget them. I'll include the OE part number at the end. Now, reconnect the high pressure hoses for both the power steering and suspension side.
Original. There is a torque spec for these bolts, but we cannot get in with a torque wrench here. So we're gonna do good and tight.
Reinstall the oil cooler line, and that's this area done. Of course, we're installing a new Pulsation dampener. It's a crucial component both for comfort and overall system performance. Torque it down to spec. Make sure everything fits properly. We give it a last cleanup before moving on. Time to install the pulley. We'll torque it down properly once the belt is on. Next up, a few while you're in there tasks.
I cannot find the correct torque for this, so we're gonna do some Loctite and then 15 Newton meters. I don't want to take the risk to strip the thread in the head. That would be a really bad idea. Tensioner. Belt. This is the old one. It's OEM, I think. It's Continental. The original is wider. If you look here, the original is a lot thicker. We got some strange, ticking sounds with this belt. We're gonna see if the new Mercedes-Benz belt will solve our issue. That will be nice. Now we're gonna prepare the reservoirs. We have a new bracket here for the ABC reservoir. The old one was rusty. This was like 50 bucks. And if I'm gonna paint it, it's gonna be like 20, 30 bucks and for the paint, and then plus labor to do it. The time to do it. It's not worth it. So I went ahead and buy a new one. We're gonna prepare the reservoir with a new filter and see how it fits. I bought 2 original filters. Because since we had some debris in the reservoir, I think there could be more, so we're gonna start off with one new filter, then we're gonna replace the filter shortly after the first startup. So this is what we have, and the old filter has 2 O-rings. You don't get them with the filter. So we're gonna just move this over. It feels soft, so it's okay. Then we have a new power steering reservoir. It's a built-in filter to this, so it's I think it's a good idea to just put a new one. I think it will be difficult to get this first and then this and then connect the hoses. So I think we just put it together and then down, connect the hoses, fill the system. This should be the right way, I think. We connect those like that.
With everything connected, it's time to show you how to fill and bleed the 2 circuits. This is probably the most important step. It can mean the difference between a smooth running system and a catastrophic failure. So, we cross-reference the manual with some additional documentation. They complement each other quite well and help fill in the gaps. And now this video puts it all together for you. But as you will see soon, things can still get weird.
Now we have some fluid in the system. The correct way to bleed the steering is to turn the steering wheel back and forth. We're gonna do that later. Let's now just put the cap back on. We had 1 bottle of this left, and this is also CHF Pentosin. And this should be Pentosin. But this is a lot lighter in the color. This is a lot darker. So I'm not sure if it's exactly the same. There should be 1 valve. I think it's this valve that's closed for the minute. But when I don't know how it works, if it's when the system is activated, then it opens and then you can get the fluid in. So we're gonna see in Sentry if we can access that option to open it. So pressure down and then twist. So you get this all the way.
Good. To bleed the power steering side, just raise the front wheels and turn the steering wheel lock to lock about 20 to 30 times. Once the bubbles are gone and the fluid level stabilizes, you're good. Any air trapped on first startup can cause the pump to run dry, and that's a no-go.
You gotta turn.
Same goes for the ABC side, but the procedure is a little different. To prime the ABC system, we'll need to start the car. But before that, we've got a few things to install. But the clock is against us. That's all for today, and it's time to head home and get some rest. Okay, so came back today, and now the hood won't open. I forgot to assemble the hood latch on the driver's side correctly, so yeah, now we need to try and pull the liner and see if we can get to the cable. If you don't have enough work, you can always create more work for yourself. Normally, you can access the hood latch through the wheel well. I've seen it done on the 221 S-Class, which shares the platform with the C216. But on the CL, the slope of the hood and fender makes the latch not only invisible, but completely unreachable. Now, we were really lucky we hadn't put the grill back yet. Once again, my girlfriend stepped in and saved the day. We just barely managed to reach the bolts for the latch from the outside, and saved us a bit of time. Okay, 1 hour later. Let's try to continue to the main schedule. Now it's time to prime the ABC side of the pump. According to Mercedes, the system should be bled using a special tool that applies 1 bar of pressure. But it's not rocket science, so we built our own version of that tool. The goal is just to push fluid into the pump on first startup to prevent it from running dry. And it's important it is around 1 bar, not more, not less. One bar approximately. It's like 1 bar. As mentioned earlier, there is a valve. I think it's called Y86/1 or something, which blocks the flow of fluid from the reservoir to the suction side of the pump. By default, that valve is closed. What the manual doesn't really say concerning the bleeding procedure is that you should activate this valve on the first startup. $200 bars. I think that's quite good actually. Check and top off the fluids. We begin the bleeding process by pressing the level adjustment button and raising and lowering the car. The manual says to do this about 15 times, which we did. At this point, we thought the bleeding was complete and moved on to flushing the system. Turns out we were so wrong. Okay, let's flush the system. We will do the easy way. We're not gonna go for the rodeo because it's not recommended. It puts a lot of strain on the system, and I think the priority one is just to get all the old dirt and old fluid out. And then we're gonna do one more flush after a little while, and then we'll see if we're gonna do the rodeo or not. So yeah, let's just start. We have approximately 10 more bottles, and then we're gonna start the engine, and we're gonna press the button for up and down, and then it will come out the old fluid from here, and then I'm gonna fill with new fluid here. So that's the plan. I don't know what happened. It's just super strange. It just started. I don't know if it was like. It should not come loose. I just saw it was popped up, and then... So, what exactly happened? According to the procedure for flushing the system, you should connect the AGA flush tool to the outlet inside the reservoir, but it just kept popping off. I tried pushing it down, but the pressure was just too high. Looking at the fluid coming out, I could see it was full of air. My theory is that the air in the fluid creates a kind of spongy effect, making the pressure less stable and harder to control, causing the pressure to spike and tool to pop off. That's just my theory, but let me know what you think. My conclusion. The bleeding wasn't successful, and now we need to drive the car to fully bleed the system. So now let's get this car back on the road so we can just go and do that. It cost me 50 euros. Don't you think some grease would be good here? We're ready to hit the road, but first let's talk money. Remember in the last episode when I mentioned that 3,000 euro shop quote? Well, here's what we actually spent. We needed a pump, service kit, O-rings, a spare filter, plus a few while in there extras and one accidental one. Total cost?
2,365 euros. Tutti balutti. So, was it worth doing it ourselves? It's up for you to decide, but for me, absolutely. Not just for the savings, but for the experience. Next time, it will be quicker and easier. Oh, and according to the pros, ABC pumps last around 75,000 miles, so we'll probably be here again.
Sounds so much smoother.
That new serpentine belt was a successful replacement, and it's time to check the ABC fluid. And yeah, it's quite quirky. The dipstick has two marks. One upper mark, which is maximum, and that is when the engine is off. And you have one lower mark as well, which is seen to be minimum, that is when the engine is running. From what I've read, the correct warm level with engine running is right at the small recess on the stick, so check it both ways. Trust me, I learned that the hard way by overfilling the system the first time. I'm not gonna show you the puddle on the floor. But everything is good now, and even the exhaust is behaving well.
Oh no, what is this? The engine light just came on. We need to pull over, then restart the car and clear the codes and then continue.
And top it off with some fresh 98 octane. After 8 months of winter rest, there's no telling what's left in the tank, and the M275, especially a tuned AMG one, demands proper octane. So we try to rule that out first.
I fill up with some good fuel and it didn't help. On like more than 50% throttle, the engine light just pops up and then boom. And finally, what did we learn? A V12 AMG is never finished. It's barely just maintained. So what does that mean? Endless content for a channel like this. So if you like it, please hit subscribe button and like, and see you soon, guaranteed. I will enjoy this for now. See you. Such a drama queen. Such a drama queen.